Hey everyone, and welcome to our crash course on conquering the NCLEX. I know, the NCLEX can seem about as fun as, like, accidentally setting your scrubs on fire, but trust me, it doesn't have to be a soul-crushing experience. We're here to arm you with the knowledge and, dare I say, the enthusiasm to pass this thing on your first try. In this video, we'll be your trusty sidekicks, your study buddies, your guides through the sometimes confusing, often overwhelming world of NCLEX prep. We'll be sharing essential study tips and tricks, tackling common anxieties, and basically just hanging out and talking about how to make this whole process a little less daunting. Because here's the thing, you've got this. You've spent countless hours studying, sacrificed sleep, maybe a little too much sleep, and survived nursing school, which, let's be honest, is basically its own epic saga. You are strong, capable, and totally ready to rock this exam. So grab your highlighters, your comfiest study chair, and let's do this thing. First things first, let's demystify this whole NCLEX beast. Imagine it less as a terrifying monster lurking under your bed and more like, I don't know, a slightly grumpy but ultimately fair professor. The NCLEX is a computer adaptive test which sounds way more intimidating than it actually is. Basically, it means the test adjusts to your skill level as you go. Answer a question correctly, you get a harder one. Miss one, you get an easier one. The exam focuses on critical thinking and applying your nursing knowledge to real-life scenarios. So, instead of just memorizing facts, though let's be real, you'll need to know your stuff, you'll be using your judgment and problem-solving skills. Don't worry, we'll dive deeper into question types and strategies later on. But for now, just remember that the NCLEX is designed to assess your readiness to be a safe and competent nurse. You've got this. Alright folks, let's talk study schedules. I know, planning isn't exactly the most thrilling activity, but trust me, a solid study schedule is like the Mary Poppins bag of NCLEX prep. It's magical, it makes everything easier, and it probably has snacks inside. First, figure out how much time you realistically have until the exam. Be honest with yourself. Then break down the content you need to cover into manageable chunks. Think bite-sized pieces, not giant, overwhelming bites. Next, create a schedule that works for you. Maybe you're a morning person who thrives on early study sessions, or maybe you're a night owl who prefers burning the midnight oil. Metaphorically, of course, please don't actually burn anything. The key is consistency. Stick to your schedule as much as possible, but also be flexible. Life happens. If you miss a day or two, don't freak out. Just hop back on that study wagon and keep going. Now, let's talk resources, because let's face it, you don't want to walk into this NCLEX battle unarmed. Luckily, there are tons of amazing study resources out there, from trusty textbooks to online courses that feel like having a personal tutor in your pocket. First up, you'll want a good NCLEX review book. These bad boys are like the encyclopedias of nursing knowledge, packed with content summaries, practice questions, and helpful test-taking strategies. Next, consider supplementing your studies with online resources. There are tons of websites and apps that offer practice questions, video lectures, and even virtual simulations. Some of them are even, dare I say, fun? Okay, maybe not fun, but definitely engaging and helpful. And don't forget about the power of practice tests. Taking practice tests is like giving your brain a sneak peek of the real deal. It helps you get familiar with the format, identify your strengths and weaknesses, and build your test-taking stamina. Okay, let's be real, studying for the NCLEX can be a solitary endeavor, but it doesn't have to be. Enter the glorious world of study groups and partners. Think of it like this. Remember those epic group projects in school, the ones where everyone actually contributed and you somehow managed to pull off an amazing presentation, despite the last-minute scramble? Yeah, study groups can be like that, but hopefully with less procrastination and pizza-fueled stress. Finding a study buddy or joining a study group can provide a much-needed boost of motivation, accountability, and let's be honest, sanity. You can quiz each other, explain concepts to one another, and commiserate over particularly tricky practice questions. Plus, explaining concepts to someone else is actually a super effective way to learn and retain information. It's like teaching a crash course to your future self. Let's talk about the elephant in the room stress. It's real, it's normal, and it's something every single nursing student faces, especially in the lead up to the NCLEX. But here's the thing. You can't outrun stress, but you can learn to manage it like the superhero you are. First and foremost, prioritize self-care. I know, it sounds cliche, but trust me on this one. Make time for activities that bring you joy and help you unwind, whether it's reading, binge-watching your favorite show, going for a run, or just taking a long, hot bath. Remember, your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Don't be afraid to reach out for support if you're feeling overwhelmed. Talk to friends, family, classmates, or even a therapist. You don't have to go through this alone. Okay, I know we're all about conquering the NCLEX, but even superheroes need their rest. Seriously folks, taking breaks and getting enough sleep are not signs of weakness, they're strategic moves in your study game plan. Think of your brain like a muscle, a very impressive, knowledge-absorbing muscle. If you overwork it without giving it time to rest and recover, it's going to get tired, cranky, and start forgetting things. So, schedule regular breaks into your study sessions. Step away from the books, stretch, move around, give your eyes a break from the screen, and for the love of Florence Nightingale, get some sleep. I know it's tempting to pull all-nighters, but trust me, you'll retain information better and perform better on the exam if you're well rested. Alright, let's talk strategy, because knowing the content is only half the battle. You also need to know how to tackle those tricky NCLEX questions. First things first, read each question carefully. I know it sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people miss crucial details because they're rushing. Next, identify the key words and phrases. What is the question really asking? Once you've got a handle on the question, try to eliminate as many wrong answers as possible. Remember, the NCLEX is all about finding the best answer, not just any answer that sounds vaguely correct. Don't be afraid to use the process of elimination, and if you're really stumped, take a deep breath, trust your gut, and make your best guess. We've reached the final chapter, my friends. You've put in the work, you've studied hard, and now it's time to show the NCLEX who's boss. First things first, make sure you know exactly what to expect on exam day. Where's the testing center? What should you bring with you? What are the test-taking rules? Get a good night's sleep the night before, eat a healthy breakfast, and try to relax. Remember, you've got this. You are prepared, you are capable, and you are going to rock this exam. Believe in yourself, trust your instincts, and don't forget to breathe. And hey, even if you feel a little nervous, that's okay. It just means you care. Now go out there and make us proud. And that's a wrap. We've covered a ton of ground, from understanding the NCLEX format to mastering test-taking strategies to keeping those stress levels in check. Thanks for watching. We hope these tips help you pass the NCLEX exam on your first try. Remember, you are smart, you are capable, and you've got this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow nursing students. And be sure to let us know in the comments below how your NCLEX journey is going. We're all